What's going on, people? Assalamu alaikum. Let's see what's cracking, man. Go over here. See what's really going on. Let y'all see what's going on in a bit. What's up, Hensy? How you doing? Nah. That's where I'm at. It's black folks out here today. Well, I ain't never seen so many black folks out here today, boy. They out here today. I ain't the only black out here today. Look at that. Oh, alhamdulillah. They out here today, boy. It's a bunch of kids, though. You know how them kids be. Yeah, it's a bunch of kids. See, the adult crowd, they'll be out here. What time is it? 6:30? They'll be flocking out here around about like 8 o'clock. Yeah, they had their barbecue, now they chilling, yeah. I ain't never seen as many black come out here. Look at all them black girls over here. They out here deep. Then you got a bunch of little Hispanic guys over there. I don't know what that is. Then you got some little white girls over there with them. Yeah, the blacks need to come out here and just do a takeover. They probably call the police. Hey Frank, I just left your boy 600, man. He said he gonna knock you out next time he see you, bro. He said he gonna put you on he gonna flat back you. Yeah, this rent is high as a mother. This rent, hey, security, this rent high as this rent is high as a grade. It's like from 2,500 to $3,000, man. And then you got like a 2-bedroom or something like that. It's like almost like 4. You might as well have a mortgage out of. You might as well have a mortgage. But it's nice out here, man. You got a lot of amenities out here. It's like a block away from the beach. You know, it's a block away from everything. You know, like grocery stores, everything is right here in this vicinity right here. You ain't got to do too much of nothing, man. Then, you know, I don't have to carry no pistol out here. I just carry my bear spray and my stick every now and here. 600 stayed, see this building right here. See this building, Frank? He stayed the next building. The next building over. Let me see if I can see it. Is that it over there? I think that's it over there. I think that's it over there. See that tall building? That's what 600 stayed, that tall building right there. It's right over there. He stayed right by the Cheesecake Factory. Now they over there twerking. I ain't gonna let y'all see that. Oh man, they over there twerking like a mug, boy. Boy, them little girls, boy, they be off the chain, boy. I remember I was young like that, man. Look at Frank talking about let us see his story. Now they got the little white girl trying to twerk. Well, let me see and let y'all see, man. The little white girl was trying to build. They got the little white girl all hyped up trying to twerk. You see the little white girl back there in the see-through stuff? They were trying to get her to twerk. That's crazy, boy. Black folks, man, they'll turn anybody out, man. They have anybody doing something around here. What they gonna be running for? Look at her. She wait, shit. Look like white girl. She trying to turn it up. She got her dude out here. She with her dude, but they not. They you see they kids, so they not of age. So you know that's not a problem. Yeah, them a little kid. Not the white girl. She not a kid, but the little sisters are like the little sisters, and it's like a like 10 sisters, 7 Hispanics. They all probably know each other. They hang out with each other. You know how that is. But these girls coming right now. Let me show you right here. You come right here. Now they're your age, Frank. Right, coming right here. They of age. You can slay one of them. Them two. That's the one who was trying to twerk. The one in the pants. No rhythm or nothing. They'll be out here in a minute, man. They be out here in a bit. See, look, little kids. Look at them. They crazy. Look at them. Hey man, these girls nowadays, they fast as a bug, man. I remember we was growing up, man. It took two for nails for us to get a woman, man. You know, they wouldn't let us do nothing, too much of nothing. They was scared of their mama and their daddy and all that type of stuff. Well, I don't jump in. I do jump in when I'm not having no phone in my hand, bro. I'm always in this pool. Always. I just don't have my tripod out here. If I had my tripod out here, I'll be jumping in. I'm gonna bring 600 over here. I'm gonna let him jump in for you. You and jump, you and 600, y'all couldn't get in this. Let me see, like just 6 feet and just go at it. So y'all can't move. Boy, them little girls, them kids, boy. They more wilder than we were. We probably was gang banging, and we was more dangerous. But this generation, they just more wilder. Hey Frank, was you on his live earlier today? You know he went live today. Did you tell him all? Did you express all this to him on his live, or you just put a bunch of cartoon characters or something on there? Cause you sure ain't talking no shit. To him. He'll beat your ass, Frank. Respectfully, bro, you too old, man. He'll flat back you, man. That man hitting hard as a bug, man. He'll knock your ass out. He gonna knock you out, bro. He gonna knock you out, man. My man got that hoodie on right here. My sandals in the truck. I keep them inside the truck in case I go to the beach or something like that. They're in the truck. See, I'm not jumping in the pool or getting on. See, when I go to the beach or run on the beach or something like that, I put the sandals on. Ain't no, hey, you know what? King Peel didn't chase that, bro. That's a lie, man. Frank, on this internet, bro, I don't know why you be sitting there believing everything that you hear on this internet. So, and that's just like yesterday when that stuff happened before. Actually, I didn't believe it at first. I thought it was a play because everything on this internet, half the time that shit be plays. So you can't believe too much of nothing, man, until something, be verified, But I verified it. But the other guy is more, the other brother, he lost his jawbone, his eye, and his ear. I could just imagine how that looked. They ain't showing that right there. He really got fucked up. And them dudes was playing with them fireworks, man. Yeah, he messed up, man. It's just unfortunate, you know. Oh, bro, I don't Nat Turner. I don't know, bro. It's like, man, when you dealing with these youngsters and all these brothers that's members now, like I said, man, earlier, if you don't have like a means for economics, you're not gonna have no sway and control over these dudes, man. You got to have like programs or jobs or something for these brothers to have something to gear towards to, because for extra, he was trying to get to the bag. If you seen his whole persona and stuff like that, he was trying to get on, and he was just trying to get to the bag, bro. And that's the only way he knew how to get to the bag. So if look at these two, look. Look at he had his phone in his pocket. He ran. He run. He gonna get him. He put his phone there. He gonna want to fight him now. Look, watch this. We'll see what these kids do. He gonna want to fight him now. Here, watch this. Let's see what they're gonna do. Yeah, I'll throw his big ass right back in there. If he did me like that, I'll throw his ass right back up in there. Yeah, they play. Look, here go. He gonna try to throw him. He threw the other boy in the pool. The other boy had the phone in his pocket. Look, he taking all his stuff out of his pocket. He making sure he take all his stuff out of his pocket. Yeah, take your butt. Look at him. He let him take out. He gonna throw his ass right in the pool. Look, he taking his clothes off. See, if it was me, I'd throw his butt up in there with all his clothes on and everything, man. I go Becky. There you go, Frank. Becky 1 and Becky 2. Man, come on, man. Bro, put up some type of resistance. Yeah, put up some resistance. Yeah, there you go. Just don't let them do you like that, man. Come on, man. Ain't no way in the world. Look at him now. Get off. Hey, slime ball. Remember when we was kids, we used to do the same stupid stuff. Oh man. Oh, that was funny, man. That's crazy, boy. These kids, boy, man. Look at it. He ain't got no other clothes to put on, too. Look at it. Yeah, they finna start coming out here. Like the older people, the older crowd, they gonna start coming out here. They gonna start flocking out here. Oh man, that was funny, man. That's crazy. At least they having fun, man. At least they ain't in the streets, man, trying to unalive nobody or, you know, trying to act like come give me a fade or something. At least they not trying to do all that. But you can tell you can tell these kids, man. It's like You can tell they not with that all that rah rah. You know, they kind of bougie a little bit because I'm looking at a couple of them. A couple of them staying here. I know their mother and father, and they got these girls over here. These girls coming from the hood though. If they keep coming over here, they're not gonna want to go back to the hood. So what you guys got going on today? I see y'all not at you know, they got having something at Darby Park. I see, you know, I seen that online, and we guys not at Darby Park. You guys not, you know, at the music festival. You guys just at home chilling, just chilling. You probably half of you guys are probably just high as a kite right now. You know, on that weed or something like that, or somebody just sipping on wine or whatever it is. You guys don't got nothing to do today, huh? Which one, bro? Which one, Terrence? Which little mama? Well, y'all crazy, man. There's a bunch of them out here. Which one you talking about, bro? It's a bunch of women out here. It's a grip of them out here. Oh, come on, Wild Bunch. The dark. Which one? It's a bunch of them on dark. Man, it's a bunch of them dark out here, bro. Let me see where you at. You talking about over there? Girls is babies, man. They over there trying to dance. They over there doing TikToks and all that old weird shit. He said 4X need. Yeah, you crazy for that. He better not come to jail no more. And you know what, bro? That might be a reality, Wild Bunch. That might be a real live reality, man. You stupid, but you know, it's a lot of brothers trolling that brother right now, man, on the internet, man. Irregardless of what happened to him, they trolling that brother, man. To the point. But that comes with it, man, when you out here and you a famous type person, you have this type of persona, you know, that's what happens, man. People will troll you, you know, irregardless of what's going on. Especially if you're online talking about you put carrots in some of your homeboys' ass, somebody else homeboy ass. You know, ain't no Hoover's gonna have no sympathy for him, period. That's out. You know, none. And anybody that he had a fade with ain't gonna have no sympathy for the brother, man. Hey, Wild Bunch, where you been at, bro? What happened to the flight attendant, man? How did that go, bro? How did that go, man? Hey, I agree with that, Wild Bunch. Man, tell us about the flight attendant, bro. How did that go, man? How did the flight attendant go? Look at 'em. This is how they be in clubs. They be dancing with each other. Look. I don't understand. I can't. I never could understand that, man. Yeah, that Turner, he should have been away from that, bro. But like I said, bro, it's like when you want to put everything in its right perspective. If you don't have nothing for individuals, man, that is not you didn't perform like you should. I'll get back to you. Yeah, that Turner, bro, it's like we're gonna keep everything in its right perspective, man. Like I said, man, when you in them sections in any United States ghetto, I don't care where you from, any type of entity or something like that. If you don't have an economic base for dudes to grab a hold to, they're gonna do anything and everything to be, relevant. And then you had Crip Mac, and then you had Brick Baby, and then you can tell 4X was trying to get on because when him and what's the other Spody Face went up there to No Jumper dealing with that situation with Brick Baby and DW Flame. So you can tell at that particular time, I could tell that he was trying to get on, bro. He was trying to find his lane, and he finally found his lane. And then when he found his lane, he has this particular type of persona, and so he has to keep this persona going, this image going, until so he can keep everything relevant, because he started getting a lot of motion. But now that this happened, I don't know what type of motion he's gonna have because he has to deal with a whole bunch of mental capacity right now, man. Because he's gonna have a lot of mental stuff, bro. His mental health gonna be, an issue, unless he's gonna be get to the point where he can accept what happened and he can move forward from that. But that stuff is scary, bro. Oh, I didn't know that wild much. I didn't know the brother was disabled like that. That's crazy. You see, so y'all hear this? Wild Bunch had a flight attendant, right? And he was bragging about the flight attendant, right? And he said, "Let me tell you, so I did perform like I should, but it's cool. She's mine now. How she yours and you didn't perform, man? Man, you should have been ready. Do you do squats? Hey, bro, you got to do squats. You got to do legs. You got to do like the hip thrusts and all that stuff, bro. You know, you had, bro. You got to do all that, bro. You should have been ready for that, man. And you got to be to the point, man. You got to slay them, man. You got to slay them to the point where you leave them on the bed, man. When you done, man, you leave them there, just laying there, talking about, oh my God, for like 30, 40 minutes. You, hey, wow, but you hear LA shot caller? What do you mean, wild bunch of put on? What do you mean a put on? That he came from somewhere else, or he walked on, he didn't get jumped in, or anything like that? What are you talking about? You got to do squats, bro. I didn't say dumbbells or push-ups. I said squats. Do squats, bro. You won't have that problem if you do squats and you do like hip thrusts. You ain't gonna have no problem, bro. Believe me when I tell you that. So wild bunch. What LA shot caller talking about? Say there's no wild thing from Hoover, unless he asking about a different particular name, or that's not your real moniker from over there. That's a true statement. Yeah, how you gonna tell him about your homies? How he gonna tell you that's what, bro? You absolutely right, man. Cause dudes be doing me the same thing. They be trying to tell me that dudes came around at this certain time, and I'll be like, huh? This dude was this and this dude was that. I'd be like, come on, bro. And it's like, man, it blows me away when you be an outsider and you think you have the right information and you don't have the right information. That's when dudes be speaking on things they have no shot call. I mean, no knowledge about, bro. So, so I don't know what LA shot caller is talking about, man. Maybe you need to address that with LA shot caller. There's no wild thing from where though, LA shot caller. Is it from 11 dudes or which Hoover? Yeah, they moved away from the pool. They over there. They barbecuing right now. They smoking like a mug. They over there getting high as a mug. They over there blowing. Okay, if a dude said 4X never got put on, bro, I never got put on. It's a lot of dudes never got put on. Rosé never got put on. Big U never got put on. Slim never got put on. It's a lot of us never got put on in my section, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what do that mean, wild bunch? That don't mean anything. Only outsiders get put on. If you live in that neighborhood, you're not gonna get put on, man. It's a lot of brothers from the section that ain't got put on, bro. You know, our put on was our demonstration. Yeah, that's right, LA Shaka. You absolutely right. You right about that. If you perform, that is your put on. What situation you talking about, Wild Bunch? Dealing with the stuff in the county jail or what? It's starting to get chilly out here, man. It's crazy. You see it start. Let me. Where's it at? See that? It start blowing. It's starting to get chilly out here, man. That's the only thing about being on this beach side, man. That wind and that coldness off that ocean. It can be hot as all outdoors somewhere in Inglewood, somewhere. You come over here, it be cold as a mud. This sister be out here religiously. This sister right here, she be out here every day. Every day. Every day. There you go, Wild Bunch. There you go. You're not gonna be able to handle that, Wild Bunch. Wildy Bunch, you can't handle that. You can't handle the truth. Look at her. She feeling herself. I'm telling you, bro. Man, y'all should have seen it yesterday over here, bro. I wish I should have went live, man. I'm sorry. It was crazy over here, man. It was so packed. Man, it was saturated. People everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I couldn't even get out. I couldn't even go nowhere yesterday. Oh, you talking about that situation? Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you and LA Shot Caller deal with that situation because I don't know nothing about it. So y'all should know something about that. I don't know anything about that situation. Wait, let me put my hoodie on. Hold on. He said the truth hurt. What is the truth, wild thing? What are you talking about, bro? I should walk y'all around this joint, huh? I'm waiting on my boys, man. I'm waiting on my boys them to come in here. Smash. Next question. Free, free Crim Star. Free. Hey, Wild Bunch. How old are you, bro? He said Keith Thomas said EB Forrest got out the hospital, bro. His hand looked bad. No, I know. I have a picture of it. I seen it. Have you seen the picture of it, Keith Thomas? I seen the picture of it. I have it. I seen it. He got bandages on both hands. Damn, he got to the hospital that fast? Shit. I know he in a whole lot of pain. That man gonna be on that man. They're gonna have to get that man all type of pain pills. Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen the picture, bro. I have the picture. I'm glad he got his eyesight back because he lost his eyesight, brother. I think because of the blast, and it came back. Oh, okay, you 27. Yeah, it's me. What you miss? Oh, you miss a lot of people. Like some of the women over here, they be trying to twerk and all that. Old, you know how them girls be, man. They had this, them young girls had this older white girl trying to twerk. You know how they get. You know how they get, man. The influence of the black culture. And now they start. I told you they're gonna start coming out here. It's like clockwork, man. On rhetoric. Yeah, his friend got hurt really bad, bro. His friend got hurt worse than him. His friend ain't coming out that hospital no time soon. His friend got really hurt. Hey, Wild Bunch, you couldn't handle this. You 27 years old, man, and you couldn't slay that flight attendant. Come on, bro. Come on, Wild Bunch. Come on, bro. But you must be smoking. Are you smoking too much weed over there or something? And drinking too much or something? Boy, they be coming out here, man. They, they be coming out here, man. I'm telling you, boy. Gonna sue who? You talking about the fireworks people, or that stuff is illegal. Who the hell they gonna sue? I think that shit is illegal. He need to be worried about being in possession of some illegal shit. If you don't supposed to have them M80s and all that shit like that. You don't supposed to have that shit. I don't believe. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but from my understanding, you don't supposed to have that. What's up, baby E? What's going on, bro? See, I'm telling you, look, every day they drinking now. See, these two, they'll drink you up under, they're gonna drink him up under, they're gonna drink him up under the faucet. He ain't gonna be able to hang with them two. Them two alcoholics. Oh, it was just too good. Oh my God. Oh man, you couldn't even control yourself. That's crazy. Well, it's always the second round, bro. You gonna tell me, man? You gonna okay? I can understand the first time, man. I can understand that you dropping the ball, man, on that, man. But it's always the second round, bro. They got that watermelon over there. Maybe I should go get some of that watermelon, huh? They probably gonna put something in it. Hey, baby E, how Vegas? Is it hot out there, bro? Hey, Keith Thomas. Hell no, you don't post to, huh? They might get in trouble for that, man. You guys got to pay attention, man. Illegal fireworks. Either they gonna want to know where they got them fireworks from to cause that particular type of tragedy, or somebody might go to jail, man. Do Flex, did he still have an ankle monitor on him? I don't know. Do you guys know? Oh yeah, you weak, man. You the weak. If you did that wild bunch, yeah. You need to do some squats and some legs. So he don't have the ankle monitor on him no more. He's like he off parole and all that stuff, right? So he might be good, man, but they still. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do another one, bro. It's like I have a whole lot of them, man. It's like I have so many of them. It's unbelievable, man. It's like and I was hanging with a lot of homies. I have a lot of them, but like I have a lot of stories. Like me and Lil Looney, um, me Shorty, um, me and F Bone, Shoes, Lil Fish. I just have a lot of stories, man. Even with Slim, me, Slim. I remember me and Slim and Big U went over there in the Five Deuces, and we got in a squabble, man, with the Five Deuces on their block, on their main block. It's just me, Big U, and Slim fight them niggas on the same block, bro. That was crazy. I'll never forget that night, man. That was nuts, man. It was like I was like, and it all happened over a female. Well, Bunch, how you know he got an ankle monitor on, bro? And Keith Thomas said he has an ankle monitor on. No, it wasn't over a change, bro. It was over a female. Cause Slim and another dude from Five Deuce was messing with this same female named Don, and they got into it over the girl, man. You know, it was just, man, it was wild that night, bro. Oh, you talking about when he did that kick? Okay, all right, I'll look at that. I know which one you're talking about. So, Keith Thomas, you go to four extra. Nah, I never got no jump by no skylines, bro. Ain't no skylines ever jump me, bro. You crazy? Um, yeah, Broadway. Um, look at that. He's Keith Thomas. He said go to at four extra Instagram page and look at that. He was doing a kick and he was trying to kick and he fell to the ground. You can see if he have an anchor monitor on. You heard, and the homies was real tight. Seen pictures of Lil Mump with some older homies in the 80s. Yup, right. They was real tight, man. The Five Deuces in the 60s was real tight, bro, for sure. It was just like an issue, it was just like that one little particular issue, man, between Slim and another. I forgot that brother name from Five Deuces. They was fighting, they was fighting over that girl, man. I forgot that brother name, man. They probably come to me, but I forgot his name. But I was right there when that stuff jumped off. Man, I was there when a lot of stuff jumped off, bro. Dealing with the brothers in the section. Like we went to the Coliseums. We got into it with the Hoovers at the Coliseum with Big Mac and them. Um, I was there when we got into it with the vending show lines and the schoolyards, Probably 100%. Ain't no no past podcast. Probably 100%. And he got one on, huh? Keep Thomas. Yeah. So that might be a problem for him, bro. So you got to look at all the scenarios. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, he's right, bro. He got he got one on. He says, hold on. Somebody said something. He said, can you still bang without being put on? Yeah, bro. I didn't get no put on. A lot of us didn't get put on in my generation. A lot of us didn't get put on. Our put on was like demonstration. Now nowadays, man, they do all that put on and all that stuff. I think when they over there when I was growing up, and I think in the '90s, that's when they start, the Thunderdomes or '89 or no '87. 87, I think it was 87 or something like that. They started the Thunderdome or something like that. And then that's when dudes started getting put on. Dudes started coming around. And we used to be all like at 59th or something like that, or Hyde Park Elementary. And then dudes would come on and dudes be like, man, who is you? And dudes be like, I'm such and such. Okay, man, get in there. Stuff like that. But I didn't have to go through that. Big U didn't have to go through that. Slim, F Bone, all the brothers in the first generation as me, they didn't have to go before me. They didn't have to go through none of that. So I think a lot of that stuff came right after us, bro. A lot of us didn't have no put-ons like that. It was just like our demonstration. On the east side, I used to hang out in a Five Dudes Pueblo. My cousin them stayed over there, so I used to go over there. But back in the day, we didn't really hang out on the east side like that. We always on the west side. Yeah, yeah, they chilling now, man. Because hey, baby E, because all that old animosity, all that stuff is out the window, bro. Because you have to understand, man. Uh, what happened to Baby Fee, bro? Oh, Baby Fee, he killed himself on a freak accident, man. He was trying to hide his gun. He was chased in the car, and the gun went off. The police was trying to pull him over. The gun went off. That's what happened to the brother. But it's like, hey, baby E, it's like, bro, you got to understand, man, that a lot of us was in that joint, and all of us got along. I don't care where you was from. I don't care if you was a blood, crip, or whatever it was, bro. We all got along up in there, man. So the animosity, penitentiary bridged the gap of the animosity, bro. We was coming like more so like homies and brothers up in there. So all that old animosity went out the window, man. Because you got to understand, brother, in the '80s and '90s, the law enforcement came up in there, and it was a vacuum in every section. They came and got damn near all of us up out of there. No, bro, that's true. I'm the only one didn't run. Big U ran, bro. I don't know why. I told Kel Mack he told that story wrong, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you the story, man. The brothers got into it with some dudes over there in the 111s, right? The 111s came on Keniston, and I'm strapped at the time. I have a 9 millimeter. Kel Mack talking about I had a 38, and me and Big U was fighting over 38. That's far away from the truth, bro. That wasn't true. Everybody ran. Kel Mack ran, Big U ran, everything. Because Big U the one that broke the back gate. His big ass the one broke the back gate running. And I'm the only one that run. And the 111s, they'll tell you this. I'm the only one that run, brother, because I'm going to tell you why I didn't run, because I seen Black Dog. And if you know who Black Dog was a joint over there. He was like a general type dude over there. And I had a good rapport with Black Dog. So I'm like, and we considered them brothers the homies at that particular time. So I didn't run. And then all Black Dog now came over there. When they came over there where I was at, they was explaining to me what transpired over there in their section. And all they wanted to do was talk. But they came over there prepared with choppers, because I believe that some of the brothers from our section, they had some like funk with them before that, and I don't know if it was gunplay or guns pulled on or nothing like that. But when they came up, bro, they came up that out that U-Haul, bro. They was strapped. I'm talking about super strapped. They was ready to go. They had choppers and everything. But they didn't come over there with no type of brutality. They just wanted to come over there and talk and get everything squashed and straight. And a lot of dudes didn't know that. The homies didn't know that, so they just all ran. And rightful so. When they ran, I should have ran too because you don't know what's gonna happen. So in that sense, and I'm the only one that had a gun, but that gun wouldn't have been that 9mm wouldn't have been no match for them choppers. So hey, no, bro. Hey, Keith Thomas. They were supposed to run, bro. Be honest with you. Yeah, that's a hell of a way to come talk. I know, but you got to understand, man. The '60s had a reputation, man. That it was like anybody killer and all that old type of stuff, man. So dudes have to come prepared, man, because ain't no telling what happened over there. Yeah, Kel Max told that story, Ron, man. I don't know why he said Big U and didn't run, bro. I was like, bro, you told that story wrong, bro. I told him about that, man. Nah, they was supposed to run, man. I'm serious, man. And in my stupidity that I look back on it, I was supposed to get up out of there too, man, because they had choppers. But since it's like when you know people, it's like, oh, you're not. And plus, I didn't know what was going on anyway. When they jumped out the thing, I didn't know the situation what they had going on with the homies or nothing like that. I didn't know none of that stuff. But that's happened, man. Kevin back didn't tell that story. He didn't tell that story accurate, bro. I told him that. I talked to him already about that. I was like, bro, how what made it sound so redundant is because he said me and Big U was fighting over a 38. Dude, we didn't even have 38s back then, man. We had automatics. You said, do Kev back got more Eddie Boy stories? I don't know, bro. He should. I don't know. Kev wasn't in. Kev. I'm gonna tell you. When I used to see Kev, I used to see Kev in Cal backyard, Jerry Green garage, and we used to all be up in there gambling. And I always used to remember Kev. He'd come up in there and he hit like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 licks, and then you'll look up, he be gone. Yeah, I was, Keith Thomas. I was, bro. And I ain't even gonna lie about that, man. It's like when you represent something, man, you represent something to the fullest. And it's like, man, it's like I'll be my brother's keeper. All of us had love for each other like that, bro. We didn't want to see nothing happen to none of us like and things of that nature. The 40s said the 60s are the little brother. Nah, bro, come on, Wild. Hey, Wild Bunch, who been around first, bro? Bells. Who is Bells? G Mac. Who is Bell? You talking about Belly? Yeah, I know Belly. Eric. I know Belly, bro. I know who he is, bro. I know exactly who he is. Right. So you see A.F. Jones. Yeah, Belly was 5'8", 60. Yeah, exactly. You married to Net? Who was Net? His sister or somebody? Look at my man. He said, ain't no such thing as halfway in, halfway out, and halfway out. What are you talking about, Wild Bunch? Yeah, I don't know his sister. I just know Belly and his brother. I just know them two. I know him and his brother. His brother was my partner, man. A little bitty skinny dude back then. You know, we used to be in the county jail. I used to have him all up under my wing, making sure nobody did nothing to him. His little brother. I don't know who older, but I know that was his brother. Yeah, I know them brothers, man. You know. Yeah, it's getting cold out here. And my little brother, man, he used to see my little brother stayed in Compton with his father. And he used to come on 10th Avenue, and then he used to see us hanging out on 10th Avenue. And I used to make him go home. I used to make him go home, but he used to be coming back, keep coming back and coming back, and then we had a fight over there. You know, I had to demonstrate on him over there. And, you know, he ran upstairs after I got the whooping on him. He ran upstairs and grabbed my gun. He went up to the apartment building. I don't know how he knew where it was at, but he ran up there and got my gun and came out with my gun like he wanted to shoot me, crying and all that shit. And then, you know, after that, I got locked up, man. So when I got locked up, all that other bullshit, backdoor shit transpired. Yeah, you're right on, baby E. That was like the borderline of. But see, you got to understand, man. The brothers on 5A was geared towards the 60s because of Muggs. See, Muggs is really from over there in the section. So Muggs stayed over there on 58. He moved over there, so all them brothers, you know, start being from over there because of Muggs. Well, Wild Bunch, one day you gonna look back. You 27 years old. One day you gonna be look up and you gonna look back and you be like, man, I wish I never dealt with that shit. You know, because it's a waste of time. You know, it's cool to have friends and stuff like that, man. But it's gonna be a time, man. It's like right now. I guarantee you, if you got a lot of homies in jail right now, Wild Bunch, I guarantee you, their whole perspective of that gang culture is changing. I guarantee you that. Oh, 5-6 syndicate. I don't know what I don't know what happened to them brothers, man. You know, they wasn't a whole lot of dudes, man. So if I think I would have been out, yeah, he would have been free for sure. I know he would have. Because it's like this, bro. It's like there was an element over there that should have been taken care of, and it would have got taken care of, and nobody would have got told on. You know, I went to jail right after I got into it with them dudes on 10th Avenue, man. So behind that element, behind that dude, man, and that dude, if I would have been still on the block, bro, and I was, you got to understand, man. When I was representing that stuff, brother, I wasn't scared of too much of nothing. And if I felt I was right about something, we was gonna roll with that, man. So I was gonna rally up whoever I need to rally up, man. We was gonna deal with that situation, period. But dudes befriended that individual, and that individual, he was always a confidential informant, and he basically tore down that neighborhood by himself. What was the first rolling crip set? It was the 60s, man. 60s was the first rolling crip set. You got to understand, man. Harlem 30s was Harlem 30s, you know, and I don't think too many. It wasn't no too many Rollins at first. Then the 9-0 came. The 9-0s came because the 9-0s was rocking with the Hoovers. But other than that, man, it was the 60s. It was the first rolling set, man, because it's not too many rolling sets. You know, you had the Bloods. They called themselves the Rolling 20s. And then you had the Long Beaches calling themselves Rolling 20s. And then you had that section that called themselves the Rolling 60s. So, and now, oh, the hundred, when you're talking about the hundreds, they used to call themselves the Rolling Hundreds, but now I don't know what they call themselves now over there, bro. You know, I think it's just the hundreds. So it was the 60s, the first one that was rolling. And the term rich rolling came from Rudy. Rudy was the first one that came with the rich rolling. He had rich rolling on his El Camino. I'm talking about El Camino was hard as all outdoors, bro. That was a nice El Camino, man. You know, he had Rich rolling on that sucker, man. It was him, it was Rudy, Joe Rat, and Rudy and Joe. And Rudy was like Joe Rat, right hand man, and Joe Rat was the one that was putting all the brothers down in the section because he had the sack, bro. He had the plug, you know. And rightful so, man. It's like he put certain individuals down. He put certain homies down, and homies used to be on the block like G'd up, you know, like cripped out. I'm talking about every day. But once he put them down, homies just stopped being G'd up, and they started getting a taste of that money. Their whole attire changed, their whole wardrobe started changing, and brothers start getting to the bag and become like player type dudes. Even though they were still with the business, you couldn't really tell where they was from. And that was a good thing, man, you know, because if you out there trying to have paper and you out there willing and dealing, and you dealing with whoever you dealing with, you might be dealing with some ops. You may be dealing with certain individuals that stay in that in certain ops like territory. So you don't want to expose yourself as being a person from a section when you out there trying to get that bread. You know, you have to move in a stealth mode. Yeah, Joe Rat died, bro. So that's how brothers are supposed to move, man. So, you know, it's always survival of the fittest. And sometimes a lot of individuals, man, they don't know how to survive. They think you got to be this super hardcore type dude, you know, just to survive, you know, inside the United States ghettos. Yeah, I heard about they beef with each other now, man. That's sad, man. I remember when Kickaboo got killed. I talked to Kickaboo an hour before he got killed. I was on 104th and Dinker, and I ran into Kickaboo. But my mother used to stay over there. All right, brother. Have a good day, bro. G Mac. And and next thing I know, man, Kickaboo was dead on the block, bro. And white folks is crazy, man. They behind me. I don't know what they doing. Let me see. How much time did you serve for a bullshit gangbanging? 17 and a half years. I served 17 and a half years, brother, for bullshit ass gangbanging. Nah, brother, I'm gonna tell you how you can tell who Hoovers was, man. You know, Hoovers was like grimy Crips. You know, they whole dress up, attire. They were just some grimy ass motherfuckers, man. You know, you can tell when you go to jail, you can tell who's a Hoover and everything, man. They whole makeup was just grimy. Yeah, dusty. Right. You could tell who was some Hoover boy. Them little Hoover boys, man, they was grimy like a motherfucker, like they just came out the dirt just playing. And you know what? They was crazy as a motherfucker too, man. Them Hoovers wasn't playing no games either. They was grimy as fuck, but they wasn't playing no games, man. That's how you can tell, bro. You know, it was a different persona. Even some of them, even some of the East Side dudes was like that too, bro. You can tell, man, who was from the East Side, and you can tell who was from the West Side, bro, for sure. That was without question. You know, the whole persona, the whole look, everything was just different. You know, you can tell who was who. You know, that was crazy, man. That's crazy how that is, man. Like a particular hood have a their own persona about themselves. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how we can tell Wild Bunch. He said, "Was it the bald heads? Hell no, it wasn't no damn bald heads, man. My mother used to. All we had was fig with the fig. He said, "All we had fig with freeway left, right." But see, y'all had freeway. See what it is though, bro. See, y'all had freeway. We had Joe Rat and freeway. Especially with the seven folds and the eight trades, Freeway was always over there with them brothers. Man, I used to see them brothers all the time, man. Frog and all them other dudes over there, bro. And I used to see them dudes with Freeway, man. Freeway had them dudes getting to the bag, man. He had them dudes on over there, bro. He really did. Man, I'm telling you, man, that history, man, I'm telling you, man, if you guys know that history, top five, six souls fighter in your opinion. I can't give you that, bro, because all the brothers knew how to get down, man. I do the whole hood and I do that whole neighborhood and injustice, man. If I even did some stuff like that, man, that's like a slap in the face, bro. You know, when you get to that, when you talk about that type of stuff, bro, you got to give credit when credit is due, man. That's all we did was fight. Hey, I got to get out of here, man. I have to go meet up with somebody, man. I got to go meet up a persuasion. You people have a good night. I'm out of here. Hey, Wild Bunch. I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to go, man. I'm out of here. Peace.